Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa. I also have a very bad throat at the moment, so if you guys are like, what the hell, Sty, you sound like you're dying, it's probably because I actually am, although, well, no, I'm not that bad actually in myself, I just got a bad throat, but whatever. This video, we're going to tell you about all of the new stuff which is coming to Overwatch in the new year, because there is actually a load of stuff. We've got new skins, we've got new items, we've got a new map. There is loads and loads and loads of stuff, and of course, we've got Overwatch League. So, let's get stuck into this in the video. Okay, so first up, we've got BlizzardWorld. Now, we've known about this for a while. We've known about this since BlizzCon, and it's actually been on the PTR for a hell of a long time. This is the most detailed map Blizzard have ever made. This entire map is one giant Easter egg. In fact, I made a video where I went through the map and I showed you guys in massive detail all of the little Easter eggs. There's loads of stuff. I mean, there's stuff which goes over my head as well. You know, I was a World of Warcraft player, but maybe not the most hardcore World of Warcraft player. So there were actually people were saying, Sty, actually this means this, that means that. I mean, there's a ship in the middle of the BlizzardWorld map, and that's actually from Heroes of the Storm, and I didn't know that, but there you go. And I have actually played Heroes of the Storm, so I probably should have made that connection, but this is going to be an awesome map. This is a hybrid map, so you have to go in and capture the first point, then escort a payload through. Basically, you start off in you start off in a Hearthstone Tavern if you're on attack, you push forward to World of Warcraft, I guess. You capture the payload, you move the payload through StarCraft 2 into Diablo, and then that's the end of the map. It is a really fun map. It's an awesome map. However, there is something else which is connected to BlizzardWorld, and that is all of these awesome skins. Oh, and it should be noted that BlizzardWorld will come out in January, so this is going to come out literally within a week or maybe 2 weeks' time. We've got these skins, though. Now, these skins are absolutely phenomenal. These are tie-in kind of crossover skins, which makes sense, because when you look at BlizzardWorld, the map, this is like a tie-in crossover between the different Blizzard IPs, because the way it works is Overwatch is the world, right? But all of the Blizzard games, apart from Overwatch, exist in the Overwatch world, if that makes any sense. So it's fine for them to do this kind of thing, or at least that's their explanation for this. Anyway, these are the skins, and these are bloody awesome. So we've got BARBARIAN ZARYA. Now, this is from Diablo 3, or even, I guess you could say Diablo 2, but it's Diablo 3 she's styled on. She looks like a barbarian, and I mean, she just looks like one anyway, so this is awesome. She's got really nice hair. Her weapon just looks ridiculous. I mean, the whole thing looks absolutely crazy. This is a fantastic skin. Then we get the Butcher. This is Roadhog in his Butcher skin. This is the Butcher from Diablo 3. Now, the Butcher is a hero from the Diablo series. I say hero, I really shouldn't say hero. He's a demonic demon that, well, butchers people. He first appeared in Diablo 1, where, if any of you old gamers out there, you'll remember this. When you open the door, you didn't know there was a boss in there. It was just like a room, and you open the door, and all you heard was, ah, fresh meat. And he would run at you with a meat cleaver and instantly kill you. And you'd be like, what? How am I supposed to beat this boss? Anyway, he's in Diablo. Is he in Diablo 2? You know what? I can't remember. He's definitely in Diablo 3 anyway. He's like massive and whatever. This is what this skin is based off. And Roadhog is, well, kind of looks like the Butcher anyway. So it makes sense that he would get a Butcher skin. Awesome. Crusader Reinhardt. Now, this actually isn't a crossover or tie-in skin. This is young Reinhardt from the Honor cinematic, which they debuted at BlizzCon. This is an awesome looking skin though, and obviously it's young Reinhardt. I mean, look at the detail on it. This is like an instant buy skin for me. Very few skins I see and I'm like, wow, I'm just gonna buy that skin straight away with my with my credits. But this is, I don't even care if I get it in loot boxes. I will just buy this skin. This is a mind-blowingly good skin. Awesome skin. And then we get probably the most, well, least wow factor kind of skin. This is the May skin from May cinematic. What was it called? It's not called Recall. That's the Winston one. Whatever. The May cinematic. This is May from that. I mean, it's nice to have this in the game because it's from the cinematic, I guess, and it kind of makes sense with the Reinhardt Crusader skin, but I don't know, like, for me, probably the least excited for this kind of legendary skin. Then next up, we get ORISA's Immortal skin. This is a unit from StarCraft. Now, an Immortal, I mean, it's a Protoss unit, but she looks exactly like one, so it makes sense that they would do this. This is very nice. It looks very sort of like futuristically Egyptian in a way. It looks like she could go to Temple of Anubis and fit right at home. I actually really like this skin. This is probably up there with the Reinhardt Crusader skin for me. I need to get my hands on this. This looks really, really nice. And then we get BLACKHAND DOOMFIST. This is obviously from World of Warcraft. This is a really nice looking skin as well. I just said I like the ORISA one. I think I like this one as well. This is probably going to look really nice in the game, like with like those lava effects all over him, because BLACKHAND sort of like had iron plates all like slapped onto him, which is kind of what DOOMFIST has got here, and it just looks very intimidating, very, very frightening, ladies and gentlemen. Then we get Widow as Nova. Now, Nova is one of the ghosts from StarCraft 2. Now, these are infiltration units. They're snipers. So it makes sense, doesn't it? And Widow actually looks just like Nova. In fact, if you just showed me this picture, I would think this is Nova. I wouldn't even think it was Widow. So in terms of heroes that look extremely, well, that are the spitting image, ladies and gentlemen, of the crossover characters they're supposed to look like with the skins, Widowmaker wins hands down because she looks exactly like Nova. And then finally we get Torb, Bronzebeard Torb. This is World of Warcraft. He's the Dwarven King from Ironforge, I believe, and it just looks awesome. This looks really awesome. Like, really awesome. It's a shame it's Torb, though, right? And then next up, we've got a load of other skins. Now, you guys have seen these skins before. They're just recolors, but they're Overwatch League skins. Now, what makes these skins different is we will find out, hopefully, in the next week or so, how we will earn these skins. Now, we know they are directly buyable. So how they're going to implement that into the game, we don't know. How much they're going to cost, we don't know. We know that they use a special currency, the Overwatch League currency, which I presume we're going to buy for actual real money. And if it's anything like any kind of fake monetary system that you find in games, it'll probably be like, oh, you can buy it in 500 or 1,000 or, you know, 1,500 blocks, but the skins probably cost 700, right? So you can't possibly buy one skin if you buy the lowest tier. It'd probably be something like that. I'm not a fan of systems like that, but whatever. At least this is a way of us being able to say, oh, I really want the London Spitfire skin, so I'm just going to buy it. I'm not going to open loot boxes and hope I get it. This kind of ties us into the next thing as well I want to talk about, and this is Overwatch League itself. Now, we've actually got the inaugural season, which is just the first season of Overwatch League. It begins on January the 11th. Now, very luckily, provided I don't die of whatever disease I've got now, which I seem to be dying of, I will be flying out to LA on the 6th of January. And I should be able to bring you guys loads of content on this. But what this is going to be is it's the first season of Overwatch League, right? You remember back in December, we had the preseason. Now, this was a way for them to kind of test the way Overwatch League works, test all the, you know, the facilities they've got, the broadcast teams, and all of that stuff. And I think it worked quite well. Obviously, it was streamed on MLG, which is, well, absolutely terrible, and nobody watches MLG. Although I must say this for MLG, the stream quality was actually quite good. However, this will be streamed on Twitch. If it's not, then, well, what the hell? But it will be, take my word from it, it will be streamed on Twitch. It will probably be inside the game as well somehow, which I think will be awesome. But what we're going to see is all of these teams, which, you know, have spent crazy money. Remember, this is like $25 million for a team slot. Some of these teams are owned by like very prominent esports organizations. London Spitfire is owned by Cloud9, for example. There are some like investment companies in here as well, and there are some teams which are owned by more traditional kind of sports groups. I think Boston is owned by a traditional American sports sort of tycoon, I guess you could call him. So yeah, what we're going to be looking at here is this massive Overwatch League thing, and this is going to be really, like, I think it could be a turning point for the game. Like, is there enough interest in Overwatch esports? Well, we are literally about to find out, and we're going to find this out within like 2 weeks. And if there isn't, if there's no viewers, if things look bad and things just don't work well, then I think there's going to be a problem. The thing is, though, I look back to the Overwatch World Cup from 2017 at BlizzCon, and that was phenomenal. Like, that was such a good experience that brings so many people in to watch the highest level of Overwatch, which, you know, normally you wouldn't. Like, let's be honest here, right? I'll be honest with you guys. How much esports did I watch before Overwatch? Well, I watched a bit of StarCraft 2, but that was about it. I wasn't really, oh my god, I love esports. I didn't really care. I'm like, whatever. Those guys, I don't care what they do. None of it really impacts me. I just want to have a good time, and that was fine. However, when you look at the Overwatch World Cup, what sets that apart is you get behind your country, right? You've got national pride. And what they've tried to do with Overwatch League is say, you've still kind of got that, but instead of national pride, it's more city pride. It's like, okay, I'm from London, I support London Spitfire. I'm from Dallas, I'm going to support Dallas Fuel. You know, I'm from, you know, San Francisco, I'm going to support the Shock. That's kind of what they're going for. Or if I'm in LA, do I go for Valiant or Gladiator? It's just like all of these little things which hopefully will come together and make a really good show. But the proof will be in the pudding, won't it, ladies and gentlemen? And we'll get to see if this is going to be a success. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Do you think it's going to be a success? I don't know. You guys get crazy. Anyway, what we're going to see is on the Thursday, the January the 11th, we're going to get San Francisco Shock against LA Valiant, Dragons against Gladiators, Fuel against Dynasty, Spitfire against Mayhem. Then we're going to get, in fact, I'll tell you what, I'll give you my little sort of score predictions as we go through this. So, well, who's going to win or lose? The first game, Valiant will beat Shock, Gladiators will beat Dragons. Dynasty will beat Fuel. Spitfire will beat Mayhem. And then on Friday, we've got Philadelphia against Houston. Houston will win that. And then we've got Friday, same day, obviously, Boston against New York. New York Excelsior will win that as well. And then on Saturday the 13th, we've got Valiant against Fuel. That's going to be pretty close. That's probably going to be one of the closest games, to be honest. That's going to be hard to call. I'm going to say Fuel might take that. I don't know. Mayhem against Boston Uprising. Boston, probably. I think Mayhem are the worst team in the league, based off what I've seen from preseason, but we're going to have to see. Shock against Dragons. Shock will take that. Spitfire against Fusion. Spitfire take that. Excelsior against Outlaws. Excelsior, probably. Dynasty against Gladiators. Dynasty will take that. All right, so then we've got Year of the Dog, haven't we, ladies and gentlemen, which is going to happen, I presume, at the end of January. Or at least it might happen after Overwatch League, because I think what's going to happen is we're going to go into a period now of Overwatch League will start next week. And when that starts, we'll have the Overwatch League items. We'll get the new skins in the game. Maybe we'll get sprays. Maybe we'll get other stuff like that. Then after that, we're going to go into probably Year of the Dog. And in between all of this, we're going to get BlizzardWorld. So maybe we got Overwatch League, BlizzardWorld and the skins, and then Year of the Dog. Because remember, the BlizzardWorld skins are actually added to the standard loot box. They are not event specific. So this means you can earn them at any time. Like, you don't have to wait for them. You can just literally earn them, which is absolutely phenomenal. So beyond that, we're going to go into Season 8 as well, competitive, which actually starts today. I'm just going to end the video on that. Like, what are your guys what's your Overwatch New Year's resolution, let's say? Mine is very simple. It's just, I'm going to probably just play on one account from now on. I'm going to rename Crusher back to Stylosa and just play on it. Whatever. That's basically it, right? Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. I've got to go because I cannot talk anymore. My voice is destroyed. I will catch you guys on the next one. Toodaloo.